In a lot of ways, this photo is similar to many others you've seen where it's a pretty simple, basic composition. You got a subject in the middle and something in the background to add a sense of texture and contrast, and then maybe some elements in the foreground as well. And honestly, like that's kind of what I thought as I looked at it too after I took it, which, by the way, I took this when my brother and his kids were visiting. And partly when I look at this, I think of that time when we were just hanging out in the neighbor's field. The kids were playing Frisbee golf, and my brother and I were just bumming around looking for photo opportunities, and I saw this one. And so it makes me think of that time as well. Even though there's obviously no people in this picture, it does remind me of people who are important in my life and a fun time that we had. And I guess that's just that. Maybe it's neither here nor there, but it's a fun side benefit of taking any sort of photo, but even just photos of a leaf. So one kind of interesting thing, or at least interesting to me, is the more I looked at this photo, though, the more I noticed much more than just a patch of color in the center and then other things. I started to see a lot of little elements that I really appreciated that I didn't actually notice at first, and certainly not when I actually took the photo. So, for example, I noticed not just colors in the background, but all those spots of light in the background and the different way in which they're kind of torn apart and bisected by some of the branches and other things. And I thought, well, that's kind of neat. It's not just balls of light. It's like balls of light doing lots of cool things. I started to notice the diverging branches, some going up to the left, some going up and to the right. The spot of color on the top left is another leaf that had dried out. There's shadows going every which way all over the picture. There's different things sticking up and through the photo. There's a dimensionality to it. There's branches in the foreground, branches in the background, some in the middle, in between. There's even highlights like around the border of the leaf. There's this glow, and then some of the other branches have this glow on their edges. There's almost every time I look at this, I see something new. And that's something that I really enjoy when it does when it does happen in my pictures. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, I like to take note of it. And I think that's what sets this photo apart for me is all of the extra things that I keep finding the more I look at it. And it's not like I sit here and stare at this for hours, but I've looked at it enough as I've written the blog post and now recorded this audio that there's a lot more to it and a lot more that I didn't see on initial inspection. And to me, I don't know. I don't want to sound like self-aggrandizing. To me, that is the mark of a good photo. And it's something that I enjoy doing when I'm able to do it. Side note, this photo is being published either right on or within a couple days of the 13th anniversary of Weekly 50. So here's to 13 great years, and thank you to everyone for sticking around, whether you're here for the first time ever or whether you've been here for many years. Thank you. I appreciate your contributions, your questions, your just you being a part of this. Even if I don't even know you, thank you for being part of Weekly 50. And here's to many, many more years to come.